Hello. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the must-ask questions you and your fiancé should discuss before getting married. Before we start the video, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified whenever we publish new videos. Hi, my name is John, and as a married man, I know how important it is to really be on the same page as your fiancé before tying the knot. In order to ensure your marriage starts out as smoothly as possible, it is important that you and your fiancé discuss some pretty serious topics first. Now keep in mind that it takes a lot more than simply asking these questions to ensure a happy and lasting union, but these questions should at the very least have you headed in the right direction. Alright, so let's dive right in. The first question you should ask your fiancé is, do you want to start a family, and if so, when? This question is super important because it will ensure you are fully aware of your partner's desires to be or not be a parent. It will also allow you to understand the timeline they have in their head and make sure it works nicely with your own timeline. I've seen so many newlywed couples who struggle with when to start their family. Typically, one spouse will want children within the first year or two, while the other one will want to wait a couple years to cement their careers or simply enjoy just being married. If you're not on the same page about when to start a family, then at least one of you is going to feel shortchanged with whatever decision you eventually come to, so just make sure to work it out before marriage. The second question you need to ask your fiancé is, to what extent will we share incomes? Money issues can take even the happiest of marriages and turn them upside down, so don't wait until the marriage bliss has worn off to discuss something so crucial. This is especially important if your future spouse makes significantly more money than you. Come up with a plan of action that addresses how you will both contribute to the household, as well as vacations, debts, and so on and so forth. If you can agree on your financial obligations before tying the knot, you're eliminating the need to have this stressful and daunting conversation down the road. The third question to ask is, how do you feel about my family? Although this question has the potential to elicit some uncomfortable responses, trust me when I say it's so much better to understand your fiancé's feelings towards your family before they join your family. If your fiancé isn't your family's biggest fan, it is crucial that you know this before getting married, for several reasons really. For starters, it will give you time to address and ideally mend some issues that may exist between both parties, which will make your wedding all the more enjoyable and stress-free for everyone. Also, it will give you a clear indication of your spouse's intentions towards your family. If your future spouse does not want to spend weekends at your parents' place, then you need to know this so you won't have a bomb dropped on you in the future. The fourth question you and your fiancé need to ask one another is, how important is religion to you and how will it affect our children? If you and your fiancé practice different religions or having beliefs that vary within the same religion, it is important to iron out how religion will not shape only your marriage but your children's lives as well. What major holidays will be celebrated and how are your children to be educated on religion? If you wait to address these matters until you're forced to, there's a significant chance that conflict can arise. Instead, iron out the details before getting married, allowing you both to agree and compromise where necessary. The fifth question to ask is, where do you see us 5, 10, and 20 years from now? It is important that your long-term goals for the relationship match up with those of your future spouse. If you both have different ideals about where the relationship should head, then you're going to need to come together and compromise. When you're married, you're committed to going through life together, so your plans better match up. For instance, if your fiancé thinks they will retire in 10 years and spend the rest of their life working from home and traveling, you need to know this way ahead of time to figure out if this is compatible with your own plans. So just to do a quick recap, my top 5 questions you should ask your fiancé before getting married are, do you want to start a family, and if so, when? To what extent will we share incomes? How do you like my family? How important is religion to you, and how will it affect our children? Where do you see us 5, 10, and 20 years from now? Oh, and if you want to really ensure you and your fiancé are fully prepared for marriage, consider taking a marriage preparation course together. This course has received the highest marks out of all pre-marriage courses, so definitely check it out. You can access this course by typing www.defeatingdivorce.com/marriage prep into your browser or by clicking the link in the video description below. So that about wraps up today's video. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up because it really helps out smaller channels like us. Again, my name is John and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.